Fade in on Harbor Vale, a sleepy town in coastal Maine. Its residents continually harrowed by an unyielding mist that intrudes from the Atlantic. And, much like the town, veiled by this persistent precipitation, its residents veil secrets of their own.
Secrets of an ancestral curse and the desire to embrace it.
Secrets of justice, distributed in the shadows.
Secrets of newfound duty and a life left behind.
Secrets of bestial instinct, clawing its way to the surface.
And as we cast our eyes towards these silent secrets, we shall delve even deeper into what truly transpires down by the bay. Hello, and welcome to These Silent Secrets. My name is Zach, and I will be your MC. Where last we left off, our terrific teens had found themselves just deep in the thick of it, gang. Upon following Isla down into the aqueducts under the city, they find themselves in a strange circular room. Before we get going, a couple of big thank yous to get out of the way, of course. A big thank you to Chase Greenlee and Ghostlight Media for hosting us, is making sure that this show goes out on time for you. Big thank you to Doc Adam VO for getting our transcripts up. You can find the link to those, of course, down in the description of this here episode. And lastly, a big thank you to our very own Nicole Tuttle-Robb for scoring this episode, as well as handling all of our social media. She's incredible. I love her, obviously, because I'm married to her. But you all should love her, too. With all of that out of the way, however, all that is left is the episode. So let us dive in to this episode of These Silent Secrets down by the bay. So, friends, it's been a bit.
It's been a minute.
I'm trying to think of when we last recorded. It's been, as they might say, a while. A whole while.
Last month?
Yeah.
I'm scrolling up through the Discord now
The
to see if I can find
18th
it.
of July.
It's the 18th of July, so it's been well over a month.
Over a month.
Wow. All right.
A month and a half, you might say.
Well, it's
I miss
great.
you fools.
It's great to see your faces. I mean, we had the distinct pleasure of playing Monster Hearts with Mariah but 2 days ago. But the other two of you, it's very good to see you. I miss you, friends. And we're gonna be diving right back into the fucking thick of it.
Into the thick of it.
I knew it was coming. God, I knew it was coming.
I'm fucking sick of it.
Oh, as soon as you said that, I was like, I wish you would have chosen your words better.
Who's it gonna be? Me.
Of course. Gorgeous. Well, friends, are we feeling like just diving right in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
The Watcher in the Waves. The Boiled God. The words repeat in your heads again and again, adding stark contrast to the silence of the chamber you stand in. Only the dull crackle of the fireplace being heard. The circular room, bedecked in fine chairs, couches, desks, and cabinets, stands stalwart and strange. As you remember where this room is located, deep beneath the city. What are you all doing?
So I'm not well versed in the occult or anything. But does the Boiled God ring a bell for anyone?
No?
No. I'm going to be honest. I figured if any of us were going to know about it, it would probably be you. But, yeah.
I mean, my grandma might know something, but she's a little indisposed at the moment.
Isla? You live on Beach Ness? You've come from the water? You know anything about a boiled god?
I just know. Poseidon, maybe, but which is a myth, by the way.
Oh,
damn it.
Nicole, add that to the spreadsheet. FGU.
That is so funny.
No Poseidon.
Wait, is there something that is like that fills the role that we think would have been Poseidon?
Yes, it is a dolphin.
Just a dolphin,
like a
or
singular
like
dolphin?
Just like all dolphins are the collective god.
Oh.
Oh.
They are of one body. Yes.
So wait, so the Greek god of the ocean is 12 dolphins in a trench coat?
Well,
yes.
They don't wear the trench coat underwater. It's too
No,
much drag.
Kind of like cats in Egypt or something like that.
Yes. Or as I've been told, you guys all regard your doggos very highly.
Yes.
So somewhat in
makes
that
sense.
regard.
That's Earth canon.
So,
You're
I'm
Earth Canaan.
We are not in the right mind.
We are
This
in
is a
a
very scary
We're in a
scene.
very scary room.
What do we see visibly in this room right now?
Awesome. So it is like almost a perfectly circular room. As I said when you guys came in the description, there's a fireplace against like one of the far walls that is currently lit. You can assume that is, it's lit. But going up to the surface probably somewhere. Along like right where like the wall would meet the ceiling, there is text that you can't read. It's written in some sort of language none of you would know. But other than that, like I said, there in front of the fire, there are a couple of nice sort of like leather and wood chairs and like a nice couch. There's a desk against the far wall, a pretty decorative looking cabinet that are all just kind of, either, placed throughout the room or a lot lining like the circular wall.
I would probably look for any other kind of signs that, besides the currently lit fireplace, any other kind of signs that someone was here recently, or maybe any kind of indication of where they may have gone, or if they're still here.
Fantastic. Are you rolling anything specifically, or are you just kind of just taking a poke around?
I was going to just take a poke around, but I guess I could heighten senses that. It would kind of make sense.
Okie dokie. Go for it. I believe you rolled dark for that?
I do. I roll a dark. I failed.
That's a fail. Dang, you guys. Right off the bat. All right, mark experience.
Yeah.
That's
Sounds
got
about
you
right.
close to another one, right? Like, that's
no.
like 2 or 3?
I just had one.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my first point into the new level.
Okay, gotcha. Awesome.
Because I also took that Apex Predator move
So
from Creature.
That's right.
yeah, you try to as kind of your conversation with your aunt the night before, after you had you had a pretty gruesome dream. I don't know if you Marcus remember that.
I do.
Awesome. But yeah, much like your aunt had described, you try to reach out to this wolf to help you, to make it help like your aunt instructed. Last night when you went into your darkest self, when you shifted into full werewolf form, that was probably the first time in a long time you've unleashed the beast. And right now the beast is caged and is angry, so it seems like it's not trying to help in a way.
Okay.
Like you've got it. It's pouting. You've got it locked. You took the reins back, and now it's being difficult.
It's Hulk during Infinity War.
Exactly.
I was thinking it.
Exactly that. So yeah, you try to take a nice couple big stern whiffs around the room, but you're not catching anything.
Okay. If that's the case, I'm just gonna do some frustrated poking around.
Gotcha. Yeah, you walk around. There, some papers and books that have been pulled out, and looks like people have been reading. Whoever's been down here. Aside from the fire, there's not much evidence that like people are super nearby at the moment. Like they probably lit the fire and then just decided to let it die down.
Okay.
I think Avery will go and look at the text, the script that they can't read.
Gotcha. It's
Up on the wall.
Yeah, it's going around the whole room. So
Okay.
like you take a spot like in like the middle of the room and you're just kind of spinning your head.
I think I'm gonna gaze into the abyss and see if I can, if anything, like obviously try to discern what it means, or at least kind of a little bit of it, or at least maybe what kind of language this is.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna roll that, and we're gonna do well. We are. That's a 10.
That's a 10.
Nice.
That's a full success. Awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, you close your eyes and you feel like almost where you're at, there's not a lot of space for like the raven to go, like where your vision would normally be. So you feel almost like the wings on the back of your shoulders, this tattoo like kicks off of you, and it's just like you've got like a cam like over your head that's spinning almost panorama style.
Ooh,
quicker
fun.
and quicker, almost. Oh god, what's the things like with the it's like the lots of mirrors and the image that's spinning really fast. I don't remember what's like a
Oh shoot! I'll
a
remember what it's called
cyclogram
later.
or whatever
Oh,
it's
yeah,
called.
the one with the horse.
With the horse, yes. Hopefully people understand what I'm talking about. It was an old way to like show, like it's like a
I'll
flip
post a
boat,
video
but
of it when we
spins.
drop this.
It's a whole thing. I'm glad at least someone understood what I was talking about. But yeah, these words are spinning almost like if you were scrolling your eyes reading on a page, but they're just spinning in front of you. And the raven in you is trying to like decipher this. You almost feel blocked, like there is almost something unknowable about it, if that makes sense. But you get the idea that this language, whatever it is ancient, primordial almost. Something that has been here long before any of you have, and will possibly be there far after you're gone. A language of a force that you can neither understand nor even grasp the scope of.
So I know that we already knew this, but we are up against something right now that is beyond anything any of us have ever had to go up against.
Well, we're not up against anything right now. I feel like this is just kind of a reconnaissance thing. So let's try and avoid any kind of conflict and get as much info as we can before we just dive right into the water, like some people.
Hey, at least you were trying to help.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make light of the situation. I'm still frustrated.
Isla, Jason, are you two doing anything?
I'm gonna raid the desk.
Gonna raid the desk. Awesome. So yeah, you go in. It's not hard to get into. It's got a little bit of a lock to it. But yeah, you put your little pendulum dagger thing in, and it's easy enough to pop, just like pry the drawers open. I mean, it's a lot of old books. You, Jason, find like it's like the big sort of tan envelope that has like the red string that you can.
I know
wrap
exactly
up,
what you're talking about. Yeah,
and it is currently bound.
There's just one of those inside the.
Yeah,
desk.
there's one. You know, and like at the bottom of one of these drawers, it's tightly bound, and it's pretty thick.
I'll take it out and I'll start undoing the string.
Awesome. So you undo the string, you open the flap and pull out a thick like folder, and as you open it up, you find a file. The header is Dawson, Francois, spelled the classic way, Francois, Francois, or Francois Dawson, who is a not employee but an operative of sorts in your home office. Someone you've probably heard your father mention at least once or twice at this point.
Okay, so it's a file on him.
So it is a file on him. If you were to read forward,
I will read forward, especially as soon as I'm like, I know this guy.
This is a personnel file, but it's not like the personnel file you would have for his job one from your work. This is their personnel file on him, his years of service, his occupation, his connection there.
I'm gonna flip through and look for either anything that stands out as not something that I already know about him that feels surprising, or any mention of relationship to other people. Any other names in his file.
Gotcha. When he had originally joined the organization, he had essentially interned in the offices that send out your job. So when you get the stone that arrives in your fireplace, he when he had first started with the company, that is the department that he worked for. So he has connections with the people that send assignments out to reapers like you. Dang.
Did you find something, Jason?
Yeah, it's a file on someone who works in my department. It's Francois Dawson. Does Dawson ring a bell for anyone?
Oh.
No?
It would not for any of you.
Wait, so...
Another Reaper?
Is he another Reaper, or does he just work under the umbrella? He is
currently a field operative.
Okay.
He essentially worked his way kind of up from the mailroom, essentially.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. He is. He's been around a while. He was already part of it when I started. So he's out in the field right now. I don't know if he physically is doing a job right now, but that's his job now, is the same thing as me.
I'm starting to feel like we didn't just fall into all of this? This is starting to feel too targeted. Each and every one of us is connected to this somehow, and I don't think that it's a coincidence anymore.
Here's the question, though. If all of us are connected, what's Austin's connection?
Maybe that's what we have to find out.
This report on Francois says that he worked his way up from previously the department that like sends out, assignments to us. So if he still has connections there, I mean, it's possible that he could be setting up fake assignments.
You mean like?
Yeah, I mean like.
Oh.
Like, is this a thing that you'd rather not talk about, or
the last assignment that I got put on was fake. Someone made it up, sends it through the channels, and it got completed by me.
Kanan does that thing where you can see their mouth like open, close, like about to start a sentence, close again, and then just kind of comes over and hugs you. Like can't think of words, so just comes over and hugs you. And
Jason like is limping it for a little bit, and then like after a couple seconds like returns the hug.
Now, do we know that it's him, or they have a file on him? Maybe they're pulling strings somehow, or they've got someone on the inside that's acting like him? Like, how do we know for a fact it's him yet?
What if they're blackmailing him?
That too. I mean, this is kind of one of those weird things where I feel like we need to keep our options open, for lack of a better term. Let's not jump to a conclusion yet. Let's just keep trying to gather info.
Yeah, no, I think in times like this, it is definitely good to double and triple check before we go after this guy.
Exactly. Sorry.
No,
I think Avery reaches out for your hand. Jason just squeezes.
It's the same thing as with Kanan, where like after a few seconds, Jason squeezes back.
Isla, what are you doing?
I am so impressed with this room. It is unlike anything I've ever seen before, and I am obsessed with it. Surface Studies did not teach this splendor. So I would like to say that I am wearing Mark's jacket, and my pockets are stuffed, dude.
Oh, you find a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I would say you find like a pretty lovely, like like golden letter opener. You find just knickknacks like all over the place, like a Russian doll, like Sacker doll. Yes. And then you find this very ornate, like looking cabinet, and it's got the two doors that would open, and right below the doors on like the lower border of the little cabinet doorway, you see like a metal like name plaque, like you would see like underneath like a piece of art or something at like a gallery, and it says the gaze of the glorious one, Andreas Cyprianus, and this cabinet looks old. Like, it's been down here probably a couple of decades.
I'm going to pocket that, please.
It's a big thing.
Oh.
Like, it's like a piece of furniture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a big cabinet with doors on it, and the nameplate's underneath it.
I will stand in front of that kind of dumbfounded and just, like, deadpan photo up, like, camera up. Mm-hmm. Click. Back to the
very, very good. Awesome. So you keep moving around. You're finding a bunch of stuff, guys. You're watching Isla just looting this room.
I am a loot goblin. Yes,
she's just grabbing every shiny fucking thing she can find.
I think Avery, is there like parchment or paper and pens anywhere here? Is it like old school, or can I like use an actual notebook and a pencil? Like what do they got down here?
I mean, yeah, there's like some loose leaf paper. There's a couple of like notepads and stuff, because like you can, like there's modern people down here doing work. There are like some like almost antique like fountain pens and stuff, but
it's not just a large scroll of papyrus.
But there's also just normal notepads and pens down here.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm theatrical enough. I'm gonna try and find like an empty piece of parchment and a working fountain pen.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough to do.
And I'm gonna sit down at this desk and I'm gonna write a note.
Okay.
And I'll look to everyone else and go, there's no doubt in my mind that they will know that we were here. And I kind of stop and like look at Isla a little bit at that.
At
like,
her stuffed ass.
I'm jingling.
Yeah. So I'm going to make it seem like we did this with purpose rather than just kind of falling into it. The more confidence it seems we have, maybe the more afraid they'll be.
I get it. Make them think that they don't have as big of an upper hand as they think they do.
Exactly. Not everybody has power, but when you can pretend, it goes a long way.
I found this pen. Would that help?
That would, yeah, thank you. It's a great pen. I'm going to give it back to you so you can keep it. Awesome. Yeah, I will write a note, and it basically...
What does it say?
Hello. If you're reading this, you know that we found this room, and we found the information inside of it. We are not afraid of you, and we are not afraid to get in your way and to unravel whatever plot it is that you are trying to accomplish here. We will stop you. I know what you're afraid of. And I'll sign it, Avery, and then I'll, hand the pen to anyone else who wants to sign.
You just sign it, Avery?
I just sign it, Avery.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't put my last name.
Kanan's gonna follow the theatrics, and I'm going to morph enough to change my hand into a paw, dip that in ink, and just paw print
What
on
you've
the
got?
paper.
You took that Apex Predator thing where you can shift.
So that's what I'm doing. I am paw printing on it.
Love that. Jason, Isla, do you also sign?
I'll sign it. I sign it. I just do an obnoxious blocky J.
I love it.
I will sign it, Isla, but not Hart, Halloran.
Very good. The moment the last pen strike hits the page, you feel it's not. You don't even hear it. You feel this. It's subtle, but you feel it in your chest, and it's irradiating from the cabinet that you took the picture of the plaque of, Isla, from behind the doors.
I'm going to rush to it.
And you throw open the doors, or are you just standing outside it?
I like just standing outside it, trying to figure out if that was where it's from, for sure.
Yeah, it is very clear. Whatever that feeling you're getting is irradiating from within this cabinet.
I hold up my tire iron.
I come up next to Isla with the envelope still, and I just lean over. I'm like, "Can you put this in your coat too?"
Very
good.
Sneakily in the coat pocket inside.
So good.
Kanan comes up besides you guys and does this thing where he cracks his knuckles, but as he does, they change into the talons.
Yeah, that's good.
That's really cool.
Fucking love it. Awesome. So are you all just standing in front of this thing?
I think Avery will take a step forward with the tire iron and kind of aim it at the closure of this cabinet and just be like, are we opening this or are we getting out of here?
I'm gonna walk forward. I'll put a hand on your shoulder and I'll pull you back a little bit, and I'll say, if we're gonna open this, we should probably at least stand back.
That's fair.
I agree with that.
Do we want to?
We came this far, right?
I feel like whatever it is, kind of like Avery said, would know we're here. It probably already does. Seems like way too much of a coincidence that we finished signing and this thing pulsated.
So is the power move here to open it and say, yeah, we see you? Or is the power move here to ignore this call?
What is this dresser made of?
It's like a wooden cabinet. It's old, it's crafted, it's gilded, it's very pretty.
Is there
almost like the plaque and assumably whatever inside of it is meant to be a work of art?
Oh, the plaque is denoting that the cabinet itself is the art piece.
Well, the cabinet itself is a very pretty housing for an art piece. You can assume is behind the doors.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is it built into the wall, or is it a standalone?
It's a freestanding thing. Yes.
Okay.
No, if you're right. If we're going to open this, we need to be smart about it.
What's the painting called again?
It is called The Gaze of the Glorious One.
Mm.
Not necessarily a painting, but a work of art, assumedly.
Is there a candle in this room?
Yeah, probably. I would say so.
If not, probably in Isla's pockets.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Here you go.
I'll take it, and I'm just going to walk back over to the fireplace and just swipe it through to light it.
Cool. You have a lit can.
I'll bring it back over to the cabinet.
Okay.
We can try something besides opening it.
I'm oddly okay with this.
Can I try something first? I don't know if this thing inside is a thing. I think there might be something else in here. We know that there are plenty of other unexplainable soups out there, and I think we need to be careful. And so, I want to know if this is something that can feel first. And I'm going to try Quoth, and I'm going to see if this thing can feel fear.
Okay.
Okay, rolling dark. It was a 7.
A 7.
Yeah, so this can choose whether or not to tell me. Oh, okay, yeah, it can choose whether or not to let me know, or let me discern it, but it doesn't know that I tried it.
You send this vibe out into the space, into this cabinet in front of you, not truly knowing what's there, and all the while this is continuing just to irradiate from this thing. Nothing visible, just this rumble in your chest that you're feeling, and you don't lay purchase on anything in there.
Did I feel this under the water with the...
It was...
Similar?
It was similar, almost, trying to find the best way to describe it. It's like it comes from a similar source, but it's like different energies almost.
Okay.
So similar but different.
Okay.
Same note played on a different guitar.
There you go. It's a good way of looking at it.
I say, Jason, burn it down.
Okay. Is it just doors and that's just like a flat surface, or is there like a desk part?
Yeah, it's just like, a flat front with the doors set into it that can swing open.
Okay.
And it's just sort of a big rectangular thing with a bunch of nice gold and stuff on it.
All right. I take the candle and I just touch the flame to the outside the door, and I say, this probably won't catch immediately. I feel like we need something else to like kindle it. Can we just
You say that, and a couple moments after,
oh jeez,
and the front of this begins to catch and spread pretty rapidly. Not like it's spreading to like things around it, just this a cabinet is very quickly engulfed, and you find it impressive because this thing is like, things in here are tightly packed. It's right next to other furniture, things that should be catching a blaze, but they're not.
We were talking about Poseidon earlier and how that doesn't exist, but have you guys ever heard of the myth of Medusa and the petrifying gaze? Part of me thinks that
turns around.
Part of me thinks we maybe shouldn't watch the flame.
Yeah, Kanan immediately back to the cabinet. Like
the cabinet is half burnt away at this point, and in the ash you're hearing crack, 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 and you hear poof, poof, poof of a metallic object that hits the floor.
I back up, I keep watching it.
You keep watching it?
I do keep watching it, 100%. And I'll
as this thing falls, I'm assuming everyone else is looking away?
I have sunglasses on, and I'm looking away.
You have sunglasses on, and you're looking away.
Yeah.
I hold up a mirror to the burning cabinet.
But yeah, so everyone else turns their heads away, but Jason, you watch this, and it ping, 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 and it's got this the glow of metal when it's been heated, and as it rolls, it comes to a stop, and as it's stopped, it's weird because it hasn't stopped moving its shape. The thing itself is either shifting in amorphous, or your brain itself is not comprehending the form that it is seeing, and it is shifting and almost quicksilver. And as you get a quicker look at this thing, the only solid object you see are a set of purple eyes, two more joined underneath. Two more joined underneath for a total of 6 eyes that are gazing at you. Your brain is racked, and you are clenching your skull. Your brain is almost trying to claw out of your head, just out of confusion. It doesn't know what it's seeing.
Do we see Jason?
You would, either you see him or you hear him, because it's not quiet, Jason. You are in pain.
I grab him, and I'm just like trying to turn him away, almost like a semi-sideways tackle kind of thing.
Awesome. So you
take off my jacket, and I'll try and throw it without looking.
Roll to keep your cool, Avery.
Oh no. Okay.
Is Gandalf throwing his
You're
cloak
trying
on
to
the orb?
look this at something you shouldn't look at, but you need a visual cue to figure out where you're putting this.
8.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. I'm trying to remember the actual. I feel like it's important to do the actual version of this, because I feel like we jazz around the keep your cool rules here. So on a 7-9, the MC will tell you how your actions would leave you vulnerable, and you can choose to back it down or go through it. You're going to be getting close to whatever this thing is, and if you've known anything about the things that you're facing, proximity even can leave a lasting contact. Mm-hmm. Almost. You You gazed to find Austin when all of this began, and you have not felt like this thing has, whatever is happening, has let go of you since. And that is how it leaves you vulnerable.
Yeah, no, it's still got its hold anyway. Might as well. So, I think, like, Avery manages not to look, but kind of, like, uses her foot a little bit behind her. Mm-hmm. Finds where there's, like, a little...
Oh, you, like, find it, and then...
Yeah, and then jacket down.
Awesome. You throw your jacket over this thing, and Jason, you... and you're fine. Your head is still reeling. I want you to take a harm for me.
All right.
Are you good, dude?
Oh, God.
I'm going to be completely honest. I was reaching with the Medusa thing.
Oh, well, you weren't. Turns out you weren't.
What?
I mean, you were reaching, but it was in reach.
What happened? Did you see anything, hear anything? Are you okay?
My head just hurts. It's like, you know, have you ever had one of those alarm clocks where it's like the two bells on the top and like the hammer in between them that bounces? It's like my ears are like the bells and the hammer is like in the middle. It's fine. The thing has eyes. There were purple eyes.
Isla, your mind immediately harkens back to one of the few words you've heard Julian say since his return. The eyes.
The eye. Oh,
6 of them. 6 purple eyes. Is there just like the jack is just sitting on top of like...
so you can see that there is something underneath it. You're seeing a little, like, it's not like something's burning, but you're seeing a little bit of like smoke coming up from it because you did throw a leather jacket on top of a very hot piece of metal.
I go through so many of these, it's fine. So this is clearly their weapon, and I don't necessarily want it near us, but I definitely don't want it near them. What do we do?
Well, we can't burn it, apparently. It's made of metal and eyes.
Do we try to take it with us?
Did I pick up anything heavy?
Can you pick up anything?
Did I pick up anything heavy?
I mean, like maybe like
trek?
a very pretty paperweight, maybe. Sure.
Okay, is there like a heavy statue anywhere?
Let's say that there's probably like a bust or something around the room.
I'd like to grab it and smash it, please.
Roll a lash out physically.
Oh, smash that bust.
I'm gonna use a bust to bust it.
Bust it. Boom down. Bust it.
Bust a move.
It is an 8.
An 8.
Yes, an 8.
I will give you 1 point of bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so lash out physically. On a 7 to 9, you harm them, but choose 1. So you choose, they learn something about your true nature, and they gain a string on you. The MC decides how bad the harm turns out, or you become your darkest self.
She's going darkest.
You're going to go darkest.
Yeah, this is what hurt my family.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Very good. All right, so you pick up this bust and you throw it down, and it more than the force you provided should have done, and the physics of it don't make any sense because as this bust hits, it almost like propels outward in a circle. Not enough that like it hurts any of you, but it definitely like pings off your shins and stuff, and it's a little owie. But there's still a jacket over this thing, and you don't really know the damage you had at the moment. But before we go any further, Isla Hart, will you read us your darkest self?
Yes. Drag them to the depths of their souls, rip them to pieces, and let them suffer. You want to sink everyone and do so by finding what they feel most vulnerable about and making crude and horrific art out of it. You slander and defame, sending their lives into a tailspin as you bully the person relentlessly. This lasts until you either cause them to harm themselves or they stand up to you.
Ooh, okay.
Jesus Christ. I just turned into a wolf.
Yeah, darkest selves are very all over the place.
Yeah.
All right. So, Isla, do we see anything different about you now that you're darkest?
So you know how like sirens can get a little scary?
Yeah, like the teeth get long and claws.
Yeah, that's what Isla looks like right now.
She's a little feral.
Yeah, just without the tail.
Nice. Yeah, your fingernails elongate. Your teeth kind of have a little bit more of a point to them. Your eyes, do your eyes like slit? I don't know how fishies work.
Yeah, I would say.
Yep.
Sure.
Awesome.
I feel like it would also be like instead of that regular blinking, it's that like sideways.
Yes.
Yeah, you get the sideways.
Yeah.
Yes, I want an inner eyelid.
All that happens, and you're sitting there just.
What if we hide it somewhere? else. It's somewhere safe, but get it out of here at least.
Well, isn't it kind of shattered now?
I don't know. I'm not exactly feeling up to checking.
None of you have looked.
Leave it. Let them know.
I look over at Isla, like, about to say something, see that she's, like, sirened out, and I'm like, but, yeah, leave it. Okay, let's go.
Isla, are you sure you want to leave a weapon of this magnitude with him?
I was banking on it being broken, but you're right. We haven't looked at it.
None of you have looked to see if it actually broke.
Do you want
can
me
look,
to look?
just someone be ready to pull me out if it's bad?
Well, with all due respect, Kanan, when your dark impulses could tear apart this room.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll take a look again.
No, we don't know what happens if double exposure. I'll look.
Well, we either look or we leave it here, or we take it. That's all three.
No,
we gotta do something with it.
I will
even if
look,
it's leave it.
and I will listen. I have a pretty strong will. I like to think I'll be fine. I'll look.
Kanan is going to, as you say that, basically put a hand, like, holding the back of your collar. Mm-hmm. Just, like, very tight, but, like, turned away, just ready to just yank you away.
So I'm looking to see if it's broken. Okay. Easy. We'll be fine.
All right, so you bend down, you grab the edge of your coat, and you begin to peel it back.
I think I kind of do a little bit of like a double. I think I'm going to gaze into the abyss at the exact same time.
Okay.
And see if maybe some, like, this extra, like, supernatural vision helps me override it or at least survive it or something like that. But I'm going to try and gaze into the abyss about it at the exact same time that I'm looking at it with my eyes.
Okay, go for it.
No.
Big ol' fail?
That's a big fail.
Awesome. Mark that experience.
That is an advancement.
Is that number 3 for you?
3. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about what you pick for your advancement after the scene. So you start to pull this back. The first thing you see before you get to the actual, like, the full structures, you see a purple gem that is seated on the ground. It is whole, sort of teardrop or eye shape.
Mm-hmm. But separate from
the whole of it, and you pull it the rest of the way off, and your brain, just like Jason, begins to reel. What you're seeing is the same quicksilver roiling thing, and as a row of eyes, and then another row, and then a single eye appear to you, and you're sitting there. So while that's happening, take a harm. And what are other folks doing?
I will wrap the coat back around it and, like, stuff it up, tie it up. We're done.
Yeah.
Okay,
Collar yank also.
Yeah, so you yank Avery away, Kanan, Isla, you take the jacket back, and you, like, baggy it up, sort of?
Like, all the pieces are in the coat.
It's the most of the majority of the solid, and a single one of what you could assume to be the eyes is separate. But yeah, so you just kind of scoop them both in?
Yeah.
Or? Cool. Well, then, yes. So you get it all baggied up in Avery's jacket.
Sorry.
I'm back, though. Like, I'm like Jason.
Yes, you're back.
No, don't be sorry. You did something. You wounded it. It only had 5. There was one gem out. It was misplaced. It didn't do anything when I saw it. You heard it. And I think we can hurt it again, but I think we do need to get it out of here first.
Sling it over my shoulder.
I also think we probably alerted whatever's going on, so I do think now's a good time to get out of here.
I agree.
I'm glad that you just said that, Kanan, because as you make your way outside this room, you hear, "The children have come to play." And it's echoing from somewhere down here. Avery, this is the voice you've heard in your dream, in the visions you've gotten. But something is down here with you, and it's coming for you.
No, we haven't. And
everyone
run.
Or are you fighting?
I think I think Avery kind of looks to everyone and gets ready to run. I think.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. What we're gonna do? I know it's a lot. Some people aren't. This is a dangerous situation. Some people aren't the most volatile in their stats. So this will require a runaway a check. But if you can make a good argument for a different stat to roll instead of volatile for this one, I am totally open to that.
I'm good with volatile.
Okay.
Same.
So
For me personally, I don't know if that's everybody.
Kanan's go to volatile. Avery, what are you going to roll to run away with?
Preferably not volatile, but I can't think of like a good argument, and I don't want a bird right now.
I was just going to say, go!
Yeah, I don't want a raven right now because I'm already at 2 harm, and any harm I take is double.
Yeah, you double, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to do that. I think I'm just going to volatile.
You're going to roll volatile,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Jason, what are you rolling?
Volatile,
Jason's
baby.
rolling volatile. Isla, what are you going to roll?
I wish my dark was better than my volatile, but it is not. But
your dark isn't better than your volatile?
No, it's the same as my volatile, and they're both -1. I'm feeling pretty hot right now.
Okay. All right.
Like, hot.
Roll the shutdown.
You have a pretty good cold, yes?
1. My hot is 2.
Your hot is 2. I'll give it to you. Also, I guess how would this look? How does being I guess help you run faster? Is to say, since your darkest self, you go the waterway and go swimming, or because there's the water that runs down every channel in this place.
That goes farther down, though, right?
I mean, yeah. There's just like 4 feet of water that runs by between each of the little sidewalk platforms the whole way
like the classic
back.
RPG sewer where
exactly.
there's a walkway on each side.
And there's about 4 feet deep worth of water in between. So you could, in theory, swim your way out of here if you wanted to. And I would let you roll hot for that, but it's up to you.
I'm going to stay with the group.
You're going to stay with the group? You're going to roll volatile?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm going
to
stay to protect.
Okay, let's make some runaway rolls.
Oof. 10 for me.
That's a 10 for Kanan. Awesome.
That might be like one of my first successes.
Avery Carlisle, what'd you roll? Did you snake eyes?
No, it's worse than that. I got a 7 -1.
I will.
You got a forward or anything?
I don't have a forward, but I do have some strings. Not on the.
Well, here's my question, no. Kanan. You rolled a full success. You're fucking booking right now. Do you have any strings on Avery?
No.
Nope. Okay. Never mind. Jason,
just let me die.
If someone gets a full success that has a string on Avery, well, this would go any direction really. If someone gets a full success and has a string on someone, I will let them pull a string to essentially boost them up 1 to grant them a forward.
Mine was an 8.
You were an 8. What'd you get there, Isla Hart?
A 4.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Nice knowing you guys.
All right, gorgeous. All right, so Kanan, you fucking take off. You are gone, dude. Jason, you start heading off at a pretty quick clip, but on a 7 to 9, your options are: you run into something worse, you cause a big scene, or you leave something behind.
I feel like I leave something behind.
You leave something behind.
If you would have said worse, I would have fought you.
That's fair. That's fair. I run into the same beast, but it has a gun this
What's
time.
Something important? Hey,
don't give me any ideas.
What all does Jason have on him?
I feel like I've got my equipment. Like I've got my pendulum. I guess Isla handed off the folder.
Mm-hmm.
I think what else I would have brought?
A friendship bracelet that I made you in an off-camera thing.
I think I've got the standard phone wallet keys.
I think. Gosh, yeah. Important stuff. I think you lose your pendulum, bud.
I think so too, because I have been thinking this entire time about, like, if we left and decided to leave the thing here, I was going to tie the pendulum to the jacket and yank it off as we left.
Gotcha.
So, like, leave it exposed in there.
So I think that's smart.
So I think that I started tying that to the jacket when this started happening.
And you took off without even thinking about it. So yeah, you leave your pendulum behind. Awesome. Avery, Isla, you immediately, like, there's like dust or rubble or something under your feet, and you go to take a step and your feet just come out from under you. Okay. So you two, Jason, Kanan, you're making your way. You two are struggling to get back to your feet. Echoing down the halls, you hear again, "Come round. I will find you eventually." And you hear the sound of, Isla, this is not the first time you've heard this, of like claws digging into stonework and dragging down, the sound of like crumbled stone, ping, 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 pinging off of concrete and falling into water. So, Kanan, Jason, you're making your way out. I would say at this point, you get running, and it's a long way. Like, you guys traveled probably a good 20, 25 minutes to get to where you are. Like, this runs under the whole city. So are you trying to find your way back the way you came, a way that Isla led you, or are you just trying to find any way out?
I will say, did we notice that Isla and Avery are not behind us?
I would say that after you get around a couple of corners, you realize, oh, Avery, Isla, they're not there. I'm sorry. I'm assuming the two of you are together still. Yes,
probably.
Awesome. Yeah. You notice that the ladies are back a ways.
I feel like Kanan would come to a screeching halt, do the Akira bike slide.
Oh, nice.
And look back at Jason, and we have this silent moment of and then we start booking our way
running
back
backwards.
All right, you go running back towards the other two. Avery, Isla, something is coming. What are you doing?
I will turn. Yeah, I turn to Isla.
Me personally is correct.
I turn to Isla and I go, get that thing out of here. They cannot get it. I will buy you some time. Don't worry. I'll be fine. And
Isla, you did hear this thing, it's scratching the walls, so you could assume that this thing is up, it's not in the water.
Okay, that's what I was going to do. I'm gonna blink.
So yeah, that's
if that
what
was
I
your
do.
fear, then yeah. Roll with hot for me.
Yes, fine.
Please tell me, did you fail again?
I don't want to talk about it.
Wait. How much, though? Because I have 2 strings on you.
I got a 6.
I pull them.
Yay!
Do you just pull one?
I just pull one.
To make
Yeah.
it a 7?
Yeah.
Awesome. So that is a 7. So a partial success. So you run into something worse, you cause a big scene, or you leave something behind.
I don't want to leave anything behind. I'm so sorry. I will cause a scene.
You cause a scene. Awesome. So you take off in the water like a fucking rocket. You are a sea creature, and you show them what you can do. And with that, a feral sea creature at the moment. And you said that you make a big scene?
Yeah.
Fantastic. You start rocking by. Kanan, Jason, you see very faintly, because it's dark down here, you see the water ripple. It's not the thing from last night. Isla, what color is your scales? I wanted to say that it was orange or something, but I don't know if that was correct.
No, it's like a tealy greeny.
Like a tealy greeny.
Yeah.
Classic sort of aerial scale.
A little more blue, maybe.
A little more blue?
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, so you see that color sort of rocket by you guys as you're running back the other direction. Isla, you get a pretty good start on this. The rest of you hear a sploosh as your big scene. You alerted this thing that you are now in the water.
Well, shit.
You have a very good start on this thing because you got moving real fast, especially with Avery's get that out of here. But this thing heard something was in the water and wanted to come play.
Aww.
So it's okay. Let me get the lay of the land here. So Jason and Kanan are down a ways.
They're down a ways. They're on their way back to you.
And Isla just swam past them.
Yeah, Isla swam in that direction and is moving off.
The noise that we're hearing is coming from where I am currently, but it's in the water.
Yeah, I should have illustrated this a little. So, when you get out here, it's a bunch of essentially T shapes that that spread out. So I was imagining at least you two headed off. You're in a corner. You two headed off to the left section. The voice is coming off from down the way on the right. So it's coming your way, and you guys headed the other direction.
Cool. Yeah, Avery, the whole plan was to buy some time. So I think Avery jumps in the water.
Okay, what are you Are you rolling anything here?
I'm going to. As soon as I see anything crest in the water at all, I'm rolling Nevermore.
Gotcha.
The moment I see anything.
Cool. Awesome. So I like this. You hop in. Kanan, Jason, you are running down. Yeah, you get there. You don't see anyone. And Avery, do you stay underwater? Is that what's happening? Or do you surf it?
I think I would stay under at least long enough to to see it, because I don't know if it's going to be visible above the surface, so I'm going to stay under just to
Say you get that. You see that the water is sort of rippling, but yeah, Avery's gone. You could assume Isla swam past you, so no one is here. And Avery, it comes rocketing towards you. Hit me with the Nevermore. Boxcars?
Box fucking cars.
Boxcars, baby.
Plus
There
2.
we go.
So that is a 12 for Nevermore.
Oh, I love
We needed that.
Was it 14?
We needed
Yeah.
that.
That
We
is
really did.
exactly what I meant. I meant a 14.
Okay. It's like, do I not understand how D6s work?
No.
I was like, did I forget
No.
what boxcars mean?
You're fine.
Thinking it too.
No, I'm just bad at
Boxcars.
math, guys.
2 5s.
It was a 9.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
we all have our dice
It
troubles.
wasn't
A 9 on a D6. Yeah.
It was numerals, okay?
Awesome. So yeah, I mean, it's dark in this water, and it takes you just the briefest moment. It's closer to you than you were hoping for it to be, and you see this shelled, hard face, no eyes, appear almost right in front of you, claws stretched out to grab you. And you look it in the faceplate and let off Nevermore. What do they see?
So I confront them with a nightmare, and I affect them mentally. So on a 10 up, I trap them in a nightmare, and I can do 1 harm and give them the condition haunted. But if I know their current fear, I can also gain a string, and I know that they are afraid of me.
They are afraid of you.
And so I trap them in, I think the nightmare is that they're swimming, but then all of a sudden water is gone and they are on a desert with nothing, no any moisture anywhere to be found, and skeletal ravens are just like picking at it, like hundreds of them in this like tornado almost. And then I get the fuck out of the water.
Fantastic. Take your string on creature? Question mark. You send him into a nightmare. All's well that ends with me. Awesome. And yeah, with that, it's underwater and it's in this sort of like thrashing state. And at the moment, you guys are clear to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I literally like hop up and I see these two.
You
and I'm like,
see Avery like burst from the water.
we gotta go now.
Why did you both get in the water?
It worked, didn't it? Let's go.
Awesome. Yeah, you yoink Avery out and you start making your way. Isla, you are just Tokyo fucking drifting through these water channels. And yeah, would you remember your way back the way you came?
I feel like since I was the one to do
Awesome.
it.
Totally fair. Awesome. So yeah, you make your way back, and you sort of like launch out of the water and sort of like skid on like the stone of the walkway, and you have made it back to the door. So do you keep going or do you wait?
I will wait.
You will wait. She will wait. And eventually, yeah, it takes a while. You know, you probably swam like what was like a 25-30 minute walk on the way there. You probably swam in about 10 minutes. You blitz through that. So it takes the crew another 15-ish minutes to make it back.
Oh, they made it back. They're fine. They don't need.
But they arrive.
Okay.
Yeah. They get there.
Okay. Darn. Not darn. I just wanted to like do something cool.
Yeah, I was like, what the
I
hell?
wanted to perform for you guys and tell you the
If
way.
you wanted to do,
but
wait. No, they didn't make it back. What was the cool thing?
no,
you
it's
ran?
fine. They're back. Why would I need to worry about it and almost
Okay,
fail?
fine. Okay, fine. Awesome. And you guys make it out of there. I'm assuming you head out the door, lock it behind you, push the dumpster away, and you are back in the pouring rain, lightning and thunder crashing overhead as it has for the last couple of days. But you're out of there and you're safe for the moment. Avery, real quick, let's talk about your advancement. So you had sent me, was this Breath of Life? Is this from the
Faithful?
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I'm interested in this. I think I can rock with this. Will you read this for the gang?
Yeah. So I'm taking Breath of Life from the Faithful. When you lay your hands on a wounded person and do not have the condition drained, roll with dark. On a 10 up, they heal all harm and you gain a string on them. On a 7 through 9, choose one. They heal all harm and instead I take that harm, or they heal all harm and someone nearby that the MC chooses takes it. Afterwards, I get the condition drained. If I lay my hands on someone who's recently dead and I don't have the condition drain, I do not have to roll. They come back from the dead, and I get to choose one. Somebody nearby dies, the MC gets to choose. I die, or something powerful and dark comes back with them, and then also get the condition drained.
Man, you kiss Jason once and you just get full domain over life and death.
There you are. That's how it goes. Duh.
Can the drain condition go away?
Yeah, after you rest, I would
okay.
say that it can get resolved. You get some rest, you get some food in you, a nice night's sleep.
Buffalo dip.
Some buffalo chicken dip, yeah. As you make it to the surface, Avery, a couple of texts come through to your phone. You didn't have... Well, actually,
is my phone
we need to make a roll here. We did this for Isla when she was in water, and we need to do it for you. So I'm going to roll D6. I'm trying to remember what I said before. I think it was a 5 or 6.
They were okay.
A 5 or 6. Your phone is fried. That was a 1. Your phone is fine. And yeah, you get a couple of texts. You get one from your mother that says Grandma's awake, and you get one from LC that says they're getting worse. Where are you guys headed?
I just start driving until somebody tells me where to go.
Isla, you are darkest at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you sticking around with people, or you got some darkest shit you got to do?
Yeah, I got someone in mind I want to see.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Fantastic. Well, Isla, where are you going?
So we're going to go back to where this story began, and we're going to the Cipriano house.
You're going to go to the Cipriano house. Okay. So you head off into the weather by yourself. Okay, so you reach the top. Let's just play this scene out as you're going wherever you're going.
Is everyone okay?
Did we get to the top and she just start walking out, or?
I will leave the... Well, yeah, I'll leave it with you guys for now. Make sure this gets somewhere safe.
Where are you going?
To pay a visit.
Does that seem wise at this moment? I mean, are you okay? Are you hurt at all?
I'm fine. Just have an art project I need to get done.
I feel that's
what
not
does that
true.
mean?
Thank you for your help today.
Do you need more help?
Make sure Julian's okay.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Do you think splitting up right now is the best idea?
The thing is down there.
One of them?
Yeah, the scarier monster's right here.
Okay.
And I will stalk off into the night.
I'm gonna get in her way.
Ooh, okay.
Move.
What are you going to do when you get there?
That's none of your concern.
It is quite literally my job definition.
What do you mean?
All I'm saying is that if you go there and you do something that can't be taken back, someone's going to get an assignment to correct things. And I really don't want it to be me.
I'm just scaring him, like he's done to me.
Scaring him how? Is this scaring leaving a spooky note on his door, or is this scaring him like taking an arm as a souvenir? I need details before you can leave.
You really think I would do that?
I think it's been done in this town already. It doesn't matter what I think anymore about what you can do. I need to know what's going to happen.
I hadn't gotten that far.
Well, maybe you should before you go.
Fine. Does toilet papering suffice?
That's within the allowed parameters, I think.
Then that's the first.
Isla, you're making this hard.
I don't know what you want from me.
I want to know that you aren't going to do something dangerous.
I need him. My family is still dying. But grant me this piece of revenge.
Is that going to bring your family back? Is whatever you do there going to make Julian feel better? Am I going to get home and he's going to be eating the leftover dip out of my fridge if you do this?
No.
Okay. I'm not saying we can't do anything to him. I'm not saying that we don't need to address this. This is a problem. But I want us to make things better, not worse.
Fine.
Fine. Let's figure out what this thing does. Figure out where it came from and why it's here. And we're going to use that information to make an informed decision about what you're going to do. And when you have that information, when you know for a fact exactly what they're up to, it will be so much better.
You humans would never last a day under the water.
We would not. We would drown. But we're not underwater right now.
I'll growl and turn back around.
So are you going with the group?
Yeah.
Or are you just still going off by yourself?
I'll go with the group
awesome.
for now.
Okay. So you get into the car.
Whoa. That was so good.
Oof. Damn. Wow. I did not see that coming. Ooh, that was spicy. Good. So you guys get into the car. As the engine kicks on, I think the last radio station you had it set to, Avery, was Isla's, yes?
Probably, yeah.
There's like some interference, like it's a lot of just static at the moment. You don't know if maybe the storms kind of got into the tower or something. But yeah, you head off. Where are you guys heading? It is still the middle, the beginning of the school day, lest we forget.
Jesus.
It's lunchtime now.
Yeah, like it's at this point. Yeah, like the school day is like I would say maybe starts at like 8 a.m. You guys came here instead because, like you said, you were going to meet early in case you decided to go to school instead. So you guys came here, walked maybe 35 minutes, poked around that room for maybe 10, and then like rushed back like 25 minutes. So it's maybe only been an hour tops. Like, so it's like 9 o'clock in the morning.
I drive through a coffee shop. I buy everybody a coffee.
Yeah. What is people's coffee drink? How do you take a coffee?
I feel like Kanan's a green tea kid.
That does not surprise anyone.
I think like Avery's probably like a caramel macchiato.
Nice.
With no whipped cream.
Classic.
Living life on the edge.
I think Jason gets a black coffee with nothing in it.
That, again, doesn't surprise.
Isla's is the most froofiest one. She's like white chocolate, vanilla bean, caramel crunch, iced frappuccino.
Yeah, you hear over the radio box, "Ooh, I like your voice so spicy."
I'll growl.
4 shots of espresso.
The one that's like just a milkshake.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you come to the window, the person's like, "Oh, how's everyone doing today? Doing good? Wonderful. Here you go. Have a good day."
The exchange student is working.
I was going to say.
There's actually a predominant German family in town.
Schnitzel.
Yeah. No,
Rest
yeah,
in
it was
peace.
Schnitzel from the Fitzwright family. Yeah, you're one of the your homeroom teacher is engaged to one of them. But yeah, there's a pretty big German family in town.
So actually, Avery does have a plan of where to drive everybody, at least at first. I drive past a couple, like, pay-as-you-go storage facilities, and I go, I don't think it's safe for us to have this with us. Could be an idea. That way it's away. We know where it's at, but maybe they won't find it. Maybe
Is it safe in one of
each go
these,
to
too?
4 different ones with equal-sized bundles, and they don't know where it went.
I don't know.
Kind of scatter them. I don't think that's a bad idea. Because also, if it has something where it can kind of like reform itself to make it harder on it.
Do we want to leave one person with this, though? If we split up and all 4 of us take a bundle, that means one of us has the real one with no one else with them.
Also a good point.
We can do pairs.
Pairs.
Buddy system.
Yeah, just in case. That's a good idea.
Works for me.
Yes.
Who are the buddies? And then I like look at Avery and Jason.
We could draw straws.
Isla, buddies?
Yes.
I love your enthusiasm. And you can see Kanan like kind of scratch their head like almost regretting the decision immediately.
It's going to be the best buddy cop movie we've ever seen, though.
Well, who gets the real one?
We could draw straws.
What if, and this is maybe sillier than it needs to be, what if we make the second bundle, we make them look the same, we spin them around, none of us knows which is the real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then also if we're questioned, we can't say for sure. Plausible deniability.
And we all know that there are ways of finding answers. So if people are trying to get answers from us and we don't have them, that's good.
This is a classic Magneto move.
How can you know if we don't know?
All right, yeah, hold on. And Avery will park the Oldsmobile, go into the trunk, get an identical leather jacket, because she does have multiple, because like she said, she goes through them. That's the only thing that doesn't come back with her when she transforms from Raven to Avery, and grabs another leather jacket.
How much do these cost each?
I spend a small fortune on leather each year. They're pleather, I promise.
I was about to ask that. Okay.
Yeah, I try to be environmentally conscious.
Thank you so much again for listening to this episode of These Silent Secrets. If you enjoyed what you heard and you want to support the show, there's a bunch of ways to do that. Like always, the easiest ones are just to scroll down in whatever podcatcher you're listening to us on. Leave us a nice rating, a review. We love hearing about what you have to say about the show. So please, 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 we would be so appreciative. Another super easy way is just to tell a couple of friends about us. You tell some good buds about this show, and we can all, come together over our love of this podcast. Like we're all around a campfire and we're all singing Kumbaya, and it's lovely. If you want to support us financially, you can do so. You can check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/Ghostlight Media, where you can donate to us as well as all the other shows on the Ghostlight Media Network and get some fantastic rewards for yourself. I also believe that we just enabled tips on Twitter. So, if you want to support us and you don't want to be bogged down by the monthly donation of Patreon and you want to shoot us a few bucks, you can do it over on Twitter. Speaking of, if you want to find us on social media, you can find us on Twitter at Silent Secret Pod. You can find our website at thesesilentsecrets.com. And you can find us on TikTok at These Silent Secrets, where often Nicole takes the Zoom recording of our recording sessions and makes fun little snippets to put up on TikTok. So check that out as well. If you want to check us out each individually online, also super easy to do that. You can check out Nicole at Nicole Voice. You can check out Marcus at Marcus RVO, Mariah at _ Mariah Clawson, Freddie at Freddie _ Pow Pow, and myself at That Guy Zach Robb. Be sure to stick around after This Has Been a Ghostlight Media production chime to hear the trailer for a show that we think you might enjoy. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode. But until then, may your secrets stay hidden, and may all of your leather jackets be pleather. Come on, guys. It's 2022. What are you doing?
This has been a Ghostlight Media production.
What is Infinity City, you may ask?
Infinity City is a bi-weekly actual play podcast using masks, a new generation.
Infinity City takes out the table talk to bring you short, snappy episodes that are accessible to TTRPG fans and superhero fans alike.
Infinity City uplifts the voices of people that are often pushed into the gutter panels of mainstream comics.
Infinity City is about found family, fighting authority, and punching humanoid sharks in the face.
And together,
our potential is infinite.